Okay, so this might be a really hot take, but I have actually watched people learn things and get smarter because of social media. I've been making content now for 3+ years, and the arguments that I got from people 3 years ago pale in comparison to what the comments that I get today. Now, mind you, this is not like a scientific study, and mind you, I am much better and more eloquent at delivering information as well as backing up that information with all of the decades of research on this topic, right? Which I talk about, which is the toxicity of plastic, okay? But specifically this week, I've been trying to share good news, right? And this is a piece of good news that I did want to share because the comments that I got on my videos 3 years ago were like cave drawings, the equivalent of cave drawings on the wall. And the comments that I get on my videos today are just much more educated. And even from the trolls, they're more educated, right? Again, this probably has a lot to do with me, but I do think that in general, there is a bigger understanding of what is bad for you. And so I thought I would show you a timeline of some of the stupid troll comments that I got and how people have evolved. A little over a year ago, I made this video saying sous vide cooking is super toxic. And some of these comments, man, saying that you have no clue about this is like trying to tell a child about nuclear fission. Your claim is unsubstantiated by proper, all caps, sources, and is a scare tactic. Have fun at the RNC. That is quite an assumption, Mr. Alex Spatilla. I just find it interesting that this was a year and a half ago. I post basically the exact same content on a daily basis, right? I never get comments like this anymore. And I know that some of it has to do with my delivery, but I think people have also become much more educated about the toxicity of plastic and that you shouldn't cook your food in it. And that, there's a lot more bad about plastic than just one type, right? And that food grade plastic really isn't safe. And that microplastics come from all types of plastic, regardless of whether or not they're food grade, right? I also find this one funny too. I used to have a lot of people making fun of me for saying PFAS, right? PFAS, the toxic forever chemical, per and polyfluoroalkyl substances. I had so many people try and correct me over and over again that I even made a video where it was just clips of like chemists and professionals saying PFAS, right? Instead of PFAS. I even had someone say it's an acronym, LOL. This is why I hate the internet. Sincerely, a BS in chemistry, MS in molecular physiology, and PharmD. I'm gonna tag RxDoc7 and see what he has to say about this now. I also did a response video showing where in the document it says how to pronounce it and that it doesn't have an extra S at the end. Because this person had trolled me, you can't even spell it correctly. PFAS stands for per and polyfluoroalkyl substances. There is no PFA. And I used to get this comment all the time. PFAS and Teflon are very different chemicals, though. They don't use PFAS or PFOAs in nonstick cookware. Definitely, I never get that comment anymore, which is awesome. I even had someone with a Captain Planet name saying that Teflon was safe. And I did a whole video on the pathetic irony that someone with a Captain Planet profile picture and name was defending DuPont. Like, that is a sick, sad world, y'all. Sick, sad world. Sorry, that's a Daria reference. And like, people were trying to troll me in the comments. But again, I don't get comments like this anymore. And it's not just because I blocked these folks or the TikTok algorithm, which maybe has some part to do with it. But this is because people have evolved. People have learned, really, honestly. I mean, that's like in my heart, that's what I want to be true. And so again, instead of people claiming that I'm spreading misinformation by saying that all plastic is toxic, microplastics are bad for you, and all PFAS are bad for you, instead of that, right, and people claiming that I'm spreading misinformation just to sell my products have nothing to do with that. Instead, I'm getting so much intelligent conversation. I get so many amazing comments on my videos every single week, and I really do think like, I don't know. There's a lot of things that people have not learned from, but at least the online discourse on this topic has become more intelligent. It's something I've definitely seen.